Starting a new business is a giant leap. You better make sure the water's warm, right? So that's what determining your market's all about, is before you jump into the pool, how's that water going to be? Are you going to be well received? Is it going to be welcoming? Is it going to be warm? That's what we're going to break down for you. In this video, I'm going to tell you some telltale signs of what to look for and how to evaluate your local market to see if it would be good for the service that you're thinking of offering. So we're going to break this down in some easy to understand steps to evaluate your market and decide whether it's the right time to jump in and start your local business. Let's break it right down. Okay, first up, you've got to clearly define who your service is for. So consider demographics, age, gender, location, income level, and consider psychographic information. That just means like lifestyle, what their values are, what their attitudes are towards something like what you do, and behavior. So purchasing habits, brand interactions. If you live in your local market, you might have a good sense of exactly the types of people you're going to try to attract. If not, do some research on that market. See what you can figure out. Surveys are a helpful tool. Next up, you got to determine the need for your service. Is it solving a problem or fulfilling a desire? And how essential is your service to your target market? It's not great to start a snowplowing company in Florida, right? How bad do they need what you have? The worse they need it, the better you're going to do. Conduct surveys, interviews, talk to people, try to gather insights and perspectives on what they think. Next, you've got to estimate how big your market's going to be, right? So that's going to tell you how big of a business you can build. So you've got to use available data, use government publications, industry reports, market research to understand the potential number of customers that even exist there. Number 4, identify your competitors and analyze their strengths and weaknesses. Who are you going to be competing against? Understand their market share, what they price things at, what's their customer feedback look like on Google. This is going to help you identify if there's a gap in the market that you can exploit, because you're going to have to be different than anybody who's already there doing it. How are you going to be different? You got to understand your competitors to know how you can be different. Number 5, you've got to analyze industry trends and growth patterns. So look for trends in consumer behavior, technology advancements, regulatory changes. Any of this could affect your market. Next, evaluate if your target market is willing to actually pay for your service at a price that's profitable for you. So again, consider different price points, how that would affect your ability to build a profitable business. What do you think people are actually willing to pay? The best way to know is to look and see what are they already paying for things like this. Next, assess any obstacles you might face when entering the market and be realistic. Are there high startup costs? You got to buy a bunch of equipment. Are there regulatory hurdles? You have to file a bunch of paperwork with the city. Is there strong competition? Determine if you have the resources ahead of time and strategies to overcome the barriers that you're going to hit. Consider launching just a minimally viable version or pilot program to test it ahead of time. So if you're going to mow lawns, just try in your neighborhood, right? If you're going to start a landscaping business, hey, if you go around, are people hiring you to mow their lawn, right? That's a minimum version, a pilot program, and then see if they provide feedback, see if they're happy, see if the price you're trying to charge is good. That's the best way to learn, is to get out there and kind of test the market a little bit. What can you do to test if there's demand for your services? Next, understand legal regulatory environment of your service business. You're going to have to comply. There's going to be a cost to comply. Make sure you understand that ahead of time. Don't miss out on doing a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where are the opportunities? And what would be the threats to your business ahead of time? Create financial projections as your last step. So startup costs, operating expenses, revenue forecast, break-even analysis. This is all going to help you assess whether your business is going to actually be financially viable. And then last, be prepared to adapt based on the customer feedback and the market changes. You're going to need to continuously improve, especially in those first 3 to 4 years of your business. Real world learning and fine tuning is going to be your key to success. And you're going to need a website for your business. So click on the link below for the $9 a month Mighty site for local businesses. And from there, hit that subscribe and like so this reaches more business owners. And stay tuned, because we're going to teach you exactly how to rank #1 in Google and attract more local businesses. Check out these next videos.